Joseph Patrick Murphy, my friend, who's the best immigration lawyer I know. Just another aggravating scenario with ICE, is it not, sir?
Indeed, Marty. This is an ongoing problem. Abandoned cars. Sometimes the work trucks. People are getting caught at work sites, expensive work trucks full of tools.
Yep.
These things are being abandoned. They can be pilfered. They become traffic hazards. And it's not just the trucks. You have situations where people, young men, they're single, they've got a little apartment, they've got personal property, clothes, maybe even important documents or money stashed in a drawer somewhere, and they just get grabbed. And that money, there's no one to get it. No one else has a key.
Oh.
The landlord doesn't know why the guy's gone.
Oh.
It takes months to figure out what happened. And then what happens to that property? Hopefully the landlords are good-natured enough to box it up and send it to the poor guy in the foreign country. But, all this stuff, it's different because it's disorderly.
Yes.
Right? When someone went to immigration court knowing that they might get a ruling against them and might be deported, there was, you'd have some time to put your affairs in order, or at least if you knew it was your last day, maybe you boxed the stuff up, shipped it home yourself, sold the car, things like this. This is just a giant mess. It's like kids that,
wow,
were in the playroom and walked away and just left the toys there. And that's the problem. And the city's rightfully getting angry about it because there's a lot of it going on.
Wow. Back in the day, my brother, when things worked, what would happen is, and you know this, ICE would do this, the city would call tow trucks, the cops would be there from the city, and everything works. Now, the city says, screw it, and they won't touch it.
Yeah, it's more than that. We talked about this several times on here. ICE is not giving advance notice because the city government is full of activists that are going to send people over there to interfere. You get more repeat of these situations with these people getting hurt, shot, pepper sprayed. They're going out there specifically to interfere with law enforcement operations. Why, in the name of whatever force in heaven exists, would you tell in advance just to get these lunatics on your arrest site? It's not a optimum situation. We've seen the situation where people thought it was a kidnapping, and the local police followed the ICE van all the way to ICE headquarters before they realized it wasn't a kidnapping, it was an ICE operation. There is something in the works now. I think it's been approved where ICE will notify immediately after, and the city can take action to remove cars or whatever they're going to do. But advance notice is always better than after the fact. But giving advance notice to the city of Pittsburgh, which doesn't like ICE at all, and it's not just what ICE is doing. They don't like the whole idea of enforcement. The vast majority of people around here, yourself excluded, and I think myself excluded too, really think of this thing as like the Third Reich or something. And it really isn't that. Nobody's being executed here. We've got to keep our heads cool. ICE is not hurting. I mean, obviously people arrested get hurt or resist arrest, but ICE is not imprisoning people. ICE is not here to punish people. ICE is not taking people to the electric chair. ICE is taking people to some of the nicest prisons that exist in this country, where they wait until they get a plane home. That's it. That's all they're doing. So this idea that you want to get out there and risk your own life to prevent someone being sent back to their own country, I don't know how good of an idea that is. It certainly seems out of balance, out of whack. And if you're in that,
but that being said,
yeah.
Since this is happening, shouldn't ICE get its act together and say, hey, that car is our responsibility. Let's do something. This is our damn job here.
Well, again, we've talked about enforcement and removal. They're not a giant organization. They're not that big to begin with. Our immigration system in this country is very tiny. It wasn't designed to deal with all these people. We're at something nearing 100 times capacity, not 100%, 100 times capacity, the courts, the USCIS, ICE, everybody. So to suppose that they have the extra ability, all right, so they're going to take these cars, where are they going to take them, right? Maybe the person has relatives, maybe they don't. Odds are his friends and relatives may also be illegal too, so they're never going to come pick the thing up. So now they're going to have a giant parking lot of abandoned cars, and they have to deal with that. This is a problem. But they don't have the resources at all to deal with this. There are abandoned cars in the city of Pittsburgh. The city has resources. They can impound them. They can store them in lots. They can auction them off if they want.
Man.
Yeah, it's not a matter of getting the act together. This service doesn't necessarily want to be sloppy, and I'm not suggesting they are. They just don't have the resources to do that. They have a very specific task, very specific training.
But my man, leaving a truck in the middle of the road seems to me like
I don't think they're leaving. I mean, that has happened.
It
All right?
has.
I'm not going to say it hasn't. But for the most part, they're pulled over to the side. They're left in a parking lot someplace. It's still a problem. This is, a expensive, heavy piece of equipment. It's abandoned. People don't know why it's abandoned. People get scared. They call the police. The police have to come out. Nobody has keys. At the same time, there may be, as I said, valuable work tools. Some of these vehicles are themselves very valuable. Tens of thousands, if not more, in dollars between the vehicle and the property.
Hey, my man,
People
check
want
this
that
out. I
stuff.
just got a text from a cop working the streets last week
All right.
on Hampshire Street. They heard the chief, Lando, call an ICE supervisor. ICE called 911 and said, we have a pickup truck. We're leaving it here in the middle of the street. And they left.
Well, at least they're even doing that.
Oh, come
I mean, if they
on.
don't-
Come on.
What do you want?
Hey,
what
I
do you
lit
want
your
them to
house
do?
on fire. I got to go. Come on, man. Come on,
All
brother.
right, so pull, at least they could pull it over. I'll agree with that.
Well, Lando said,
I'm-
we're not doing crap, which goes to the whole back and forth we're at here.
Right. What's the point of that? I mean, now you got two agencies not behaving like grown-ups.
Right
instead of
on.
Just potentially one. This is not what do they say? Two wrongs don't make a right.
It's not healthy, and it's not safe, and it's not fruitful.
And
people,
it's the politics.
right?
Everybody hates ICE. Everybody hates
Yes.
Donald Trump. Everybody wants to make this look stupid
Yes.
and disorganized, and they're willing to put their thumb on the scale. Once they found that there was a problem with these cars, everybody wants to make a big deal about it. People abandon cars in Pittsburgh, have been abandoning cars in Pittsburgh for 100 years.
Cops
As long
don't.
as they've
After
been cars.
raids, man, I've been doing this 30 years.
Right.
They take care of their
There's
business.
There's a mechanism.
In fact,
to
they
take away
drive them.
abandoned cars.
They drive them
Right.
sometimes and sell them.
Right. There's auctions, there's impoundment, street abandoned property dockets, all sorts of things to deal with it. But instead, they want to make it into something to try and give old mean Donald Trump a bloody nose.
Hey, hold on. I gotta ask you this before you go. This is very emotional stuff.
Yeah,
So
yes, it is.
the videos being posted now show ICE agents chasing children on school property. Bad look, brother. Bad.
Really is. Really is. I wasn't at that. I don't know anything about why they would be doing that. It could be something like the parents are being arrested and the kids get scared and run, but there's no supervision anymore. And I think they might have a duty to grab the kid and, at least get the kid to social services. People have very worked up. The immigrant community is very worked up
Oh, this is bad.
about the unpredictable nature of this.
Yes.
Somebody's going to get hurt. People are going to get hurt. Kids are going to run into traffic. We
Yes.
saw last summer, the agents themselves ran into traffic.
Hold on. You had it happen.
It did. It happened right in front of my eyes, Marty. It was terrifying. These guys ran right into traffic. These were adults, not children.
On 65.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And the speeds that there's been multiple incidents up in that stretch. People start getting on the pedal up past Swickley.
Yep. Yep.
And people get hurt. I was sure I was going to watch one of those guys get that sound of a car hitting a body. You never forget it. It's
My man, there's no more. No, I'm serious about this. You're the most pragmatic guy I've ever met in this area. You don't pick a side.
well, you'd have to be, otherwise
But
you
hold
lose
on,
your
though.
mind. Yeah.
This right now, this sucks, though, the way this is being managed from all sides, right?
Well, when all oars are rowing in the same direction, it's a smooth operation.
Right.
When you've got different people rowing in different directions, everybody's scheming, everybody's got
Yes.
an agenda. A wants to make B look bad, so
Yes.
they make C look extra stupid. They don't take explanations. There's no possible reason for ICE agents to be chasing a kid. Of course there is if they arrested both parents. This is a minor. They're particularly vulnerable running into the woods in a country with no support system. And I don't know that's what happened either.
Yeah.
But that's an easy explanation. What's the saying? Never call something a conspiracy that you can explain with stupidity. That might be where we're at on some of this stuff.
Bad, brother. My man, you're
Yep.
the best. Thanks, Joseph. My man, Joseph
My
Patrick
pleasure.
Murphy. The best
Thanks,
there
Mike.
is.
Bye.
Insanely insightful. I love him because he tells the truth. Everyone's gaming everyone. Everyone. Bad.